Peace, peace, family. Shalom, shalom. Peace, peace. Y'all climb on in. Climb on in, climb on in, family. Y'all know it's Tuesday. I usually go live at 8, but started a little late today, but it's all good. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get to it. Y'all see the title of this video? The body is made electric and only can correctly run off electrical food. So y'all climb on in. We're gonna get to it. We got some very, very interesting questions today. So let's eat. Let's get spiritual. Let's get healthy. Let's get whole. All right. Let's tap into our melanin receptors. That's what we're gonna do today. All right. Letty Liman, shalom, shalom. Shani, shalom, shalom. Shalika Morgan, shalom, shalom. I hope I said that right, Queen. Yashua, my young brother, my young lion, shalom, shalom. Lady G, shalom. Ace in the building, shalom. Y'all climb on in. We got a lot of stuff to discuss today. You know, I'm sipping on my grape juice, my seeded grape juice. Very, very, very good for y'all. I want to talk to you about that too. You know, we've been juicing for a long time now. And I ain't want to really speak too much on juicing until we get all of our correct research on it. We always knew that juicing was very, very good for the mind, body, and spirit. But I wanted to do clinical trials and everything before we really started speaking on it real heavily. So I mean, it's a whole lot of things that's going to be changing with our diet program and everything. We're going to start incorporating a whole lot more juices since we see that juicing do work better than actual just fruit. Don't get it twisted. The fruit do work amazing. Fruits heal, y'all. We push whole organic fruits, the skin, everything, eat it whole. But it's something about when you extract the juice and you use the right amount of, you use the right juices to break these fruits down. I mean, the assimilation in the body is way much more powerful. So we're going to speak about that today. I mean, we're going to talk about a lot of things. So y'all climb on in and we're going to talk about the body and how the body is made electric and how electrical cellular foods is what we need for the body to run properly. All right. We got a lot of questions going on. People getting lung transplants. I mean, there's all types of notes here that she done wrote here down here for me. So we're going to run through this and we're going to get it. How y'all been? How y'all feeling? How y'all been? How y'all feeling? Talk to me. How y'all? And look, make sure you drinking out of glass. And if you is gonna use a straw, make sure it is a biodegradable straw, like them little cardboard vegan straws that be using. Or make sure you got you a copper one like this. We gotta be very, very, very careful of the utensils we using to ingest and digest our food with. All right, y'all climb in. Y'all climb in. All right, so a lot of people been asking me lately, Yaki. We always know you've been juicing, but why are you just now starting to speak about juicing? Why are you just now starting to promote it heavily? The reason why I wasn't truly promoting it before, but y'all always see me posting pictures and stuff like that, is because I was going through a clinical trial stage of it. I don't like to teach or to preach about anything that I have not did studies on myself. You know what I'm saying? So what we've been doing is we've been juicing for so long. I mean, we got some of the most expensive, best juicers known to mankind. Am I lying?
Not at all.
And these juicers does what the body cannot do for itself. And we've been noticing very, very, very unique changes in our clients, very unique changes within our own bodies that we get from juicing the fruits, from just eating the fruits or organically whole, picking it off a tree or getting it from produce. And what's been happening with our clinical studies and just with blood analysis and just much research is that we have figured out not only do you have salivary glands that absorb the biophotons and the phytonutrients from the juice once it enters into your mouth, but throughout the esophagus, you have a mucous membrane lining. And through this mucous membrane lining, you have thousands of glands there. And these glands actually extract the biophotons, the flavonoid, and the phytonutrients from the juice and absorb it directly into the mucosa membrane, into the bloodstream, ever before it even hit the digestive tract. So we have found out that if we juice the fruits and we make the herbs into a liquid form and put it inside of the juice, that it will reach your bloodstream way before it even touch your stomach. So that's what we needed to verify through clinical trials and through the laboratories and through blood analysis and everything before we started promoting juice. So that's the reason why we've been having a lot of people with stomach issues, a lot of people that can't eat, a lot of people that stomach is barred up, liver is not working to produce bile to break down food correctly, the cardiac sphincter, which is the door to the stomach, is not opening up properly, or some people have ulcers or just digestive problems where they have a lot of acid reflux coming up, and it's hard for them to break down and assimilate the food properly to go through the duodenum to actually go through the blood capillaries and feed the cellular structure. So we have figured out a way that if you juice your herb, if you juice your fruits properly, and if you make your herbs strong into a liquid form, which is all of our herbs are some of the best potent herbs on earth because we get them organic from their natural habitation. But if you liquefy your herbs and make it strong enough with that right alcohol and water content value balance, and if you truly juice in and getting them best juices to extract and to basically tear and rip up all the cellulose for the flavonoids and the biophotons and just the curcumins, all and the curcumentines, all these good healing modalities and good healing chemicals. If you can break that up good enough into a liquid form, the moment that you put it inside of your mouth, your alkaline enzymes are going to go to work, and it's going to bring all the phytonutrients from the juice directly into the bloodstream, whether it's going to be inside the mouth, whether it's going to be at the palate of the mouth, whether it's going to be through the esophagus with all of the mucous membrane glands that's going to be taking it and literally absorbing it into the bloodstream, whether you happen to wait till it get to your stomach and then the acid, the hydrochloric acid, have to break it down. Now, basically the gut flora, I got to pick them up and take them to the blood capillaries, and then the blood capillaries have to take it into the bloodstream. We have cut the healing time in half with the juicing because you can assimilate and you can get these phytonutrients inside of your bloodstream way before it even hit the digestive system if you use the juices rather than the fruits. So the new diet that we got coming out, you're still eating your raw fruits, but you're juicing like a mug. Am I lying? So you're gonna be juicing like every 4 hours. Well, for real, every 3 hours. The juice. We even got the proper juices you need. We're gonna have the juice mix and everything. So don't get it twisted. You'll still be able to eat your alkaline foods and all of that. But the key part to getting trace minerals, to get the electrolytes, which is what we named the lesson. The body is electric, so it needs electrical foods. True electricity comes from when you can literally pass by the cellulose of all your fruits and you can get the phytonutrients firsthand from them. So the reason why we're not absorbing properly is because our digestive system are messed up. So if your digestive system is not properly working, then we have ways around it now. And that's by way of juicing all of our biophotons, our phytochemicals and stuff like that to get inside of our body for assimilation and proper elimination. So if y'all understood that so far, type in some nines, and we're gonna get into these questions. We got a lot of interesting things going down. The website is almost done. I mean, the website is almost done. We've been uploading the products. The labels are all changing. I don't have them immature labels no more. I mean, I don't think I did a bad thing, but y'all know I did my labels myself. But they ain't gonna look nothing like this no more. They more mature. The company is growing. The website's so amazing, so dope. Y'all don't have to bug us and be in our inboxes all the time because the website is going to be answering all the questions. Everything is going to be there, and it's made much simpler for y'all can understand. I mean, I just can't wait till it launch because this is going to take a lot off of both of us. So be looking out for that. The Healing House been up and running for a few months now, and it's going very good, being booked out. A lot of people are coming, getting their healing, getting some understanding. They're getting their protocols and their routine on what they need to do to heal, how to make the food and everything. That's going good. Also, the herbal store, clinic / vegan restaurant is being worked on. Hopefully we can have it ready by the beginning of the year. If not, we're going to be looking to open towards spring. It's not us. It's county. We're going back and forth with St. Louis County on what we can do and what we can't do while we're there, what we can build and what we can't build while we're there. So, and that's why we're going to be investing in land basically this time next year. And we're going to build a big old healing facility on the land. That way we don't have to talk to nobody about what we got to do and what firewalls we need and things and like that. So that's all I got going on, family. A lot of things are launching. A lot of things are going down, family. So, hey, it's exciting times we living in. Very exciting times. All right, so let's get to it. Let's read this. All right. So the first one, it says, and make sure y'all got y'all pens and y'all pads, especially my healers. Pens and pads, especially my up and coming herbalists, people who are students that's learning from me. Write these things down. That way y'all don't have to keep hitting me up, asking me questions that I have already answered on my teachings. All right. So y'all write these down. My whole healing community, write this stuff down and take notes, y'all. And I speak slow for y'all. And if I'm speaking too fast, let me know and I'll slow down. Because the whole thing is for y'all to get this information, for y'all can be able to heal yourselves and y'all families or y'all friends and peers without me being involved. All right, we won't be around for long. Kawhi won't be here for long. I won't be around for long. Ani, I won't be around for long. We are evolving and going into bigger things. You know what I'm saying? So herbs is don't get it wrong. Herbs is the shit, but it's more energetic, electrical healing modalities that we're trying to tap into. And we can't be stuck on herbs for long. So you got to keep passing the torch down and keep growing and keep evolving to true healing. True healing is when you're able to heal with epigenetics. You're able to heal by way of the mind. You see what I'm saying? And that's what all of our goals should be. But you have to go through all the elements: earth, wind, water, fire. Then you can get to, you know, what I'm talking about. But that's a whole nother conversation though. So let's get to it, family. All right, this one says, my mother-in-law is having a lung transplant and the doctors want to give her all these medications. I know won't be good for her regardless of what they say. Can you recommend herbal treatment after the surgery? My brother, this is a man. I wish he would have told me what she's getting a lung transplant for. Is it stage 4 lung cancer? Does she have scar tissue? Is the lung dying? You know, is there not enough oxygen getting into it? Like, what's the reason that they're giving her a lung transplant in the first place? And then we're gonna have to sit back and have a conversation. Is her body going to take the lung anyway? Because most of the time you put foreign tissue inside of another human vehicle, the lymphatic defense system, or what they call the immunological system, literally starts to fight and attack the foreign object that's going inside of the next person anatomy, going inside the next person's body. So that'd be the first thing. The first thing is, once they literally put this lung inside of her vehicle, is her immune system going to start attacking the lung and attacking itself? So that's what we need to see. The best way to keep the body from doing that is keeping the body free of free radicals, to keep the body free of carcinogens, to keep the body free of mucus, of acids, to keep the body free of protons and of proteins, to keep the body free of all these cellular waste debris. So the moment that she get this lung inside of her body, she needs to go on the cleanse immediately, because the body is going to do everything to fight this foreign chemistry and these foreign proteins and this foreign tissue out of her anyways. So they're going to try to give her medicine to basically weaken her immunological system, for the system will not attack the tissue that is foreign to her vehicle. That's what the medication going to be. And that's the reason why they're saying it's going to be good for her, because they're going to kill the mucous membrane, dissolve the mucous membrane, and they're going to stagnate the lymphatic system. That way you won't have lymphocytes and phagocyte cells and T cells and B cells coming in and trying to eat and break up this foreign lung tissue that comes from another human and get it up out of the body. So what they're going to do is they're going to weaken the nervous system and weaken the so-called immunological system, which what we call the lymphatical defense system. And once they weaken that, then the body will accept the lung. So the first thing we have to do is we have to find out what medicine it is, which I probably got a book showing all the stuff that it is, but we got to realize the side effects from it. And then after that, we need to find the right and proper herbs to truly cleanse her system and truly strengthen her immunological system, truly strengthen her mucosal membrane. That way, because it's all types of bacterias and foreign infections and all types of things that come in the body by the way of having foreign chemistry or other people's tissues inside of you trying to assimilate with your body. So she need to cleanse. That way, if anything come in, it can move right out. And that way her lymphatic system is thinking smart. Her T cells and her B cells, the bone marrow cells and the thymus gland cells are thinking smart, and they can recognize, oh, okay, this is not a foreign tissue, even though it's not in my body, but this is recognized as lung parts. And every part in your body have a different DNA strand and chemistry, just like each part's on this camera. Each part got a different code where it was made from. Because the whole camera wasn't made in one faculty. The whole camera wasn't made in one company. The lens was made in a different company. So if you break this camera down, I'm looking at it have a different serial number, or a different DNA tag, or a different DNA strand. The microphone was made by Amazon. So it's going to have a different DNA tag or a different DNA strand. Everything that that y'all seeing me in is made of different parts that come from different sources. But the camera recognizes every different part, even though it's not from the same source, and it works together in unity. That's the same thing with bodies. Everything in your body have a different assimilation code to it, but out of the same source, it realizes that it needs everything inside the body to work as one. So your cells are very intellectual, y'all. Your cells are very smart. You have something called cellular memory. So I'm not finna sit up here and say that if the body is just going to immediately kick the lung out. If the body is cleansed enough and these cells are getting the proper nutrition and the proper electricity, then they'll be intelligent enough to know, okay, even though this is a foreign lung, these are lung tissues, because the DNA code of the deoxyribonucleic acid at the end of it lets me know that this is a genetic marker from a lung. Let us not kill it. Let us not kick it up out of the body. But the only way that the body is going to accept the lung is two ways. If they give you medicine, right, pharmaceuticals that's going to kill your immunological system and your body is just going to accept it because it can't fight, or if your body is clean and you have biophotons, you have flavonoids and tannins and curcumins and all these different natural healing elements that Yahweh put in your fruits and in your herbs and vegetables for you to eat, and they become smart enough to recognize when the body is just trying to heal itself, and it will accept the lung. So that's what I truly do, brother. That's why I truly do. Make sure she's cleansing her body. Make sure her gut is cleansed. Make sure her blood is cleansed. Get them kidneys filtrating. Get them adrenal glands and their autonomic nervous system, parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system back online by way of the fruits, by way of the juice, because you need the juice. The juice is very, very important. And we're doing documentaries on these juices and everything. It's a lot of new information that I'm going to bring forth about these juices and cleanse that body. Take these herbs and boom. As soon as they put that lung in her body won't be trying to attack itself to get it out, because, you know, the cells are thinking straight. Your cells make up you. Just how intelligent your central nervous system is, your cells are 30 trillion times more intelligent than your brain. Your gut is 30% more intelligent than your brain. We all think this is the true brain. Is not. The true brain is in the gut and inside the nucleus of the cells by way of the skin and the melanin receptors that actually take all the information from the universe and from the environment and feed it back to your adrenal glands. That's the real brain. It's not the central nervous system. It's the gut. It's the heart. And it's each individual 150 trillion cells that's inside of your body. All of them have intellectual properties. All of them are very intelligent. That's why you have cellular memory. That's why when people work out, guess what? They have to change up the routines because the cells start memorizing how the muscle grew from the frictions and the lactic acid that you've been creating from the workout, and they stop growing. So when we got to let these rest. I might do my dumbbells like this, and then next I'm gonna have to do them like this. You're gonna have to switch it up because the cells are very, very, very smart, and they adapt. You see that? So if y'all got that so far, type in some 9s, and then we're gonna keep going to the next question. Y'all got that so far? Type in some 9s. And we're going to go to the next question. Okay, all praises. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right, let me cross this out. All right, the next question is, good morning. My 11-year-old son has been suffering from high blood pressure for several years now. Y'all hear that? He got an 11-year-old son is suffering for high blood pressure. Now we know that the blood pressure is directly connected to the kidneys and to the adrenals. Remember, the adrenals is 2 pyramid peanut sides shaped glands or tissues or cells that sits on top of the kidneys. And what the adrenal does is your systolic. They are literally in control of all of your metabolic processes, sugar, hormone, and salt balancing. I mean, it's so many things. Matter of fact, thank you, love. Okay, so these are the kidneys right here. I mean, these are the kidneys right here. This is your right kidney. This is your left kidney. You see that what's sitting on top of these kidneys is like a bunch of glandular tissues just stuck together in a mass. These are what you call the adrenal glands, right? You see that? Notice the tubulars in the urethra that goes down into the prostate or go down into the ovaries or whatever we want to call it. This is simulating a male right here. You see that? So these adrenal glands sits on top of the kidneys, but they only don't help filtrate the kidneys. These adrenal glands are actually in control of the parasympathetic and the sympathetic nervous system. They're actually in control of the autonomic nervous system. If you look at the prefix of autonomic, it's auto. It's the things that run automatically, right? Guess what runs automatically? Your blood pressure. Because what runs automatically is how your blood flows through your actual veins, how your blood flows through your arteries, your water and salt pressure, all these things, your cortisol, your adrenaline, all of your hormones, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, all of these sugars, fructose, galactose, glucagon, all these things are regulated by the adrenal glands, which are melanin receptors, and it basically connects through the whole entire body because these things produces things like epinephrine. You see that? All of your melanin neurotransmitters are produced by these small pyramid peanut-sized glands right here. They're really the size of a walnut. These things literally control the body. So remember, the top part is always systolic. All right, that's the top part, which is supposed to be 120. The bottom part is always going to be the kidneys, called diastolic. All right, this is where your renal panels. You see that? So whenever you get a renal panel or a renal metabolic chart, it is talking about the kidneys and the adrenals. Remember, the adrenals handle all of your hormones and handle all of your electricity inside of your body. Remember, the body is made electric. And the kidneys truly handles all the filtration of the blood and of the lymph to maintain homeostasis or to maintain an alkaline electrical vehicle. All right, so we see that this young 11-year-old boy actually have kidney issues because he have high blood pressure, and he had it for several years now, y'all. For several years. Now let's keep reading. Several years now. It says, nothing have seemed to work. Changed his diet. See that? If you change his diet and his diet is not working, that means he's not absorbing properly. That means he have a malabsorption problem where he's not absorbing all the biophotons and phytonutrients that he need and all the electrolytes, or what we're going to call mineral salts, because salt is very electric. All the mineral salts he need. Electrolytes combine, convert, turns into salt. Salt is what helps stick the cells and the amino acids together to create amino acid structures. Amino acid structures, if they complex, we call them proteins. If they're non-complex, we just call them amino acid structures, which is what everybody is created of. You see that? So what's happening, we see that the kidneys and the adrenals are down because the pressure in his blood and his lymphatic system is high and is raising his adrenals, calling hyperadrenalism, right? So it says, nothing has seemed to work. I changed his diet. Now, if the diet is not working, that's because he's not absorbing. If he's not absorbing, then we have to do what? We just talked about it in the beginning of the video. Of course, we must cleanse his gut. We must cleanse his intestines. We must cleanse the duodenum, the jejunum, the ileum, the everything, the cecum valve, all the way through the descending colon, the ascending colon, the transverse colon, the rectum. We must clean out that snake that's in the garden. That's the real snake that's in the garden. If you actually look at the intestines, it's shaped like the dragon. It's shaped like this. It's shaped like the snake that actually beguiled Eve in the Garden of Eden. And notice she ate from the wrong tree. Just like your stomach, this intestinal flukeworm or this intestinal snake trying to get you to eat the wrong things, to have your adrenals go down, to have your kidneys not functioning properly, to have your cells go into chronic disease or cellular deterioration. That's the real snake we talking about. That's what we've been deceived by, our guts. So the first thing we have to do is cleanse this 11-year-old gut. Now, since he's not absorbing and utilizing properly, because he can't be utilizing properly, because guess where all your utilization is ran by? The adrenal glands, systolic. He have high blood pressure. So that means his systolic is going to be very high, hypertension due to lack of hydration, meaning he's dehydrated because he's not absorbing all the phytonutrients and electrolytes that he needs. So Juicing. Here you go. We don't need the stomach for juice, do we? Do we need the stomach for juice? See that? Through the clinical studies and trials, guess what the juice is going to do? It don't need the stomach to get assimilation and absorption. You can absorb. As soon as I do this, guess what? I have some digestive enzymes that's alkaline digestive enzymes that's being produced by my salivary glands, right? It's called amylase. Look it up. Amylase. 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 This digestive enzyme literally breaks down all the phytonutrients that's inside of the juice because it's been broken down to a liquid form, and all them biophotons and phytochemistry and nutraceuticals have been came up out of it. This amylase combines with that and immediately go under my tongue and go straight into my bloodstream. The ones that don't go into my bloodstream and feed the cells of my body, I swallow it down. Guess what? You have a mucosa membrane, a thick mucosa layer of membrane that coats your esophagus. Inside of that, you have thousands of glands. Guess what these glands do? They secrete mucus that comes out and stick to the phytonutrients, and it snatches into the mucous membrane. Then something called cellular effusions happen. Guess what cellular effusion is? Cellular effusion is when the liquid literally goes inside of the mucosa membrane by way of the esophagus, and it infuses inside the blood. So I just got all my trace minerals, phytonutrients, electrolytes, and everything I need for my cells to live and thrive on, not through my gut, but through what? My esophagus and my mouth by way of alkaline enzymes. So that's what we got to do. Put him on a juice fast. Put him on a juice fast. Why are you cleansing his gut? So put him on a juice fast while you cleansing his guts. Now he's starting to absorb because he's getting all these phytonutrients and biophotons straight inside of the bloodstream to feed him and to hydrate him. Now his cells are becoming hydrated. He's starting to break things up. Now his arteries are not tense and all tight, right? Or he could have something going on in his renal and his kidneys where the veins in there are just so stiff and tight because he's been dehydrated and he been on salt foods all his life. See that? So don't worry about changing his diet and it's not working. We can bypass the diet now through the juices. If you get the right and correct juicers, y'all, you have to buy correct juicers. You can't just be buying cheap ass juicers because it ain't gonna work. And I'm gonna tell y'all the juices to get. All right. It says nothing seems to work. Change the diet. That didn't work. Herbal treatments. That didn't work. Medication. That didn't work. Exercise. That didn't work. That's because his metabolic process is messed up because, for one, he's not absorbing. First thing you have to fix, I teach y'all this all the time, you have to fix digestion, the digestive system. Next, you have to focus on absorbing. Then after that, you have to focus on utilization. Then what? Last but not least, elimination. If you fix these four things, these four key elements to healing, you will heal your mind, body, and soul, family. I promise you, I'm not lying. These are all facts because we do it time and time and time and time again. Am I lying? I have a witness right here to do this with me. Look, my wives do this with me, y'all. See that? I got a whole team. Kobe, Jessica, we got a whole team. We got too much healing testimonies up and down my news feed. We got so many blood paperwork, diagnostic sheets, healing cancer, AIDS, HIV, sickle cell anemia, leukemia, breast cancer, herpes. Herpes out of this world. It's just everybody got it. So, that's our main thing that we come in contact with. But all these things are being healed because we understand the four key principles. All right. He said we finally found out through an x-ray that his renal arteries. These are renal arteries right here, y'all. So, Queen, hand me the other one. Hand me the other one, the big one. If I can show them the renal arteries. Let me show y'all renal. I'm taking y'all to class. Look, y'all ass is going to class today. Y'all see these renal arteries? These are the renal arteries. So it says, nothing have changed. Nothing have seemed to work. Change of diet didn't work. Herbal treatments didn't work. Medication didn't work. Exercise, etc. We finally found out through an x-ray his renal arteries are narrow, which is causing the high blood pressure, which requires a very low risk procedure to widen the artery up. Any suggestion you may have. So y'all see these renal arteries? These are what you call renal arterioles. This is where all the blood and water flows. Through these right here is where the pressure relieves itself. but the arteries are pinched inside of the kidneys. So that's where his pressure is coming from. I bet that is making them adrenal glands scream to the top of their lungs. So what would cause something to pinch, or what would cause something to become stiff and dehydrated for when it loses its elasticity? Huh? Salt, dehydration, the lack of potassium monophosphate. You see that? The lack of electrons, the lack of electrolytes, the lack of H2O and H3O2, the lack of fruit juices, the lack of simple hydration is what caused dehydration. Dehydration is going to cause calcium to come in to get produced by the parathyroids, which sits on top of the thyroid. That's going to come try to buffer and save the day. But when calcium mixed with mucus and salts, guess what it does? It calcifies. Now you done calcified the renal arteries, and now boom, they stuck. Nothing is getting through. So what that's going to do? It is going to cause pressure, and it's going to shoot up the systolic, and it's going to shoot up the diastolic. And that's what you call hypertension. That's what's going on with them. That's what's going on with them. So how are we going to do this? We have to reverse the effect that caused these things in the first place. First thing you need to do, brother, is you need to put him on a all fruit juice diet. All fruit juice diet. Do not worry about food right now. He don't need it. He's going to get way much more phytonutrients and biophotons and nutraceuticals from juicing than anything he ever had in his life. If you get the right juicer, and if you get the slow extractor, and you make sure all them phytonutrients coming out, he will be full of energy, and he ain't nothing even hitting his stomach. Everything is getting absorbed through the bloodstream and through the mucous membrane by way of the enzyme amylase. Everything. Then while you're doing that, you need to get my herbs. Most definitely get my GI Super Mover to cleanse up the herbs. And he most definitely is going to need, it's called the Blood Builder and Iron Nourisher Kit off the website. The Blood Builder and Iron Nourisher Kit. What we're going to go through is we're going to clean out his renals. We're going to clean out the kidneys with the intercellular cleanse. We're going to get his adrenal glands back online with the brain, nerve, and adrenals. You see that? We're going to get them electrolytes very energetic in his body. And then look, not only that, the whole time he's drinking fruit juices, so he's getting all the phytonutrients and nutraceuticals that he needs to feed the cells of his body. Now, once we dehydrate the body, the water is going to start breaking up all that agglomeration and all the accumulation of calcium, because calcium is a medium buffer. It comes to save the day. Once that calcium break free, that's what's going to open up the artery. They really don't need to go in and do surgery. But you a grown man, that's your son, you're going to do what you want to do. But I'm telling you, we can do it all natural. They don't got to cut on him, period. They don't got to cut on him, period. We just got to get all that calcium up out of the renal artery. That's it. Hydrate that body back. Now he got proper blood flow again. Now his blood pressure is balancing itself out into a state of homeostasis. Period. Point blank, period. That's how you do that. So you need the Blood Builder and Iron Nourisher Kit off the site. Put him on a 15-day juice fast. Make sure that you get you a Green Star juicer, a Green Star Elite juicer. That's what you're going to need. That slow extractor process that's going to bring all them phytonutrients out. Have them on that. If he get too skinny, because you do lose weight off of this, because your liver start to go to work and producing all that bile, and then the liver start producing enzymes and starts really burning up the fats and everything. So you're gonna drop in weight. But who cares if you healthy? I'd rather be skinny and healthy than be looking good and be a dead graveyard on the inside. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going to bring him back. But if he start getting super hungry since he's 11 and he don't understand what we're doing to him, then you can start feeding him fruits, a little salads here and there, a little vegetables, but stay on your juices. Juice, and take them herbs, take them minerals. All right. If y'all understood that, type in some nines and we're going to keep going. If y'all understood that, type in some nines and we're going to keep it pushing. Where your nines at? Show me them nines. We're going to keep it pushing. The name of the juicer, the one juicer is called the Green Star Elite. The Green Star Elite. Very, very good juicer. I mean, we truly done tested that juicer out on what? Everything? Everything. We gave one away. And we gave one away on a free give out too. We might do that again. We might do that again as well. I might buy it from one of y'all and we do a giveaway or something. Matter of fact, I probably do that. So I gotta buy a few more anyways for the houses. Yep, the Green Star Elite. All right, y'all ready for the next question? Let's get it. Write this stuff down. Write this stuff down. But that's all he got going on, calcification, and that's what's raising his blood pressure due to dehydration of the renal arteries. That's all. All right. All right, so we got a next question. The next question is this. Good morning, Yaki. What can I take to strengthen my uterus? And do you recommend teas as well? Now, if you need to strengthen anything, we're dealing with connective tissue. Y'all have to understand what deals with the connective tissue of the body will always be the thyroid and the parathyroid. That's what deals with connective tissue by way of calcium and by way of parathyroid. So whenever you're dealing with connective tissues, weak, saggy breasts, weak, saggy booty cheeks, weak, saggy skin, wrinkles in your face, you see that? Things inside of your body that's just falling apart, ligament issues. You see that? Heart palpitations and your heart is not beating strong enough. Your blood is not flowing properly inside of your vehicle. All these things are dealing with the thyroid. So she's asking, what can she take? The first thing we're going to do, I'm going to recommend is my thyroid and parathyroid tincture. Where is that at? Right here. My thyroid and parathyroid tincture and my atomic strengthener. My thyroid and parathyroid tincture and the atomic strengthener. These is what you're going to need right here. See that? And what these are going to do, these are going to truly strengthen up the thyroid and strengthen up the connective tissue. Here go the thyroid and parathyroid tincture right here. And I mean, it's full of some goodies too, y'all. And again, we changed all of our herbal regimens as well. I mean, man, these herbal regimens we got now that we done came up with is 10. And look, if y'all think these were potent, which they are and been healing the world, wait till y'all see this new line of herbal regimens we got coming out, man. It's coming out with the new website. It's going to blow your socks off for real, for real. But look, we got things like alpha leaf, kelp, dose, sea moss, horsetail, gavel, oak bark, white oak bark. These things are very, very, very good for the thyroid and the parathyroid. But then we're going to come right back behind that and we're going to strengthen and tone the thyroid and parathyroid. You know, and if you look at this stuff, we got cat's claw, stingy nettle, and we got kelp glandulars. You see that? These things are what's going to literally bring that thyroid up and get that thyroid working right to produce these certain types of tyrosines and amino acids and electrolytes to keep that connective tissue tight. That's the thyroid. So whenever you have connective tissue issues, you always are dealing with your thyroid and your parathyroid. And the best thing to go after for the thyroid and parathyroid is going to be iodine and iodide. Iodine and iodide and bromides. These are your thyroid foods. Iodine, iodide, and bromide. And bromide. These are your thyroid foods. You can get them from the sea, but you got to buffer them out and keep them even. We bring them in even when we use the shaved grass, when we start bringing in the horsetail. You see that? When we start bringing in things like that, when we start bringing in the Scandinavian berries, these things we're going to even them out. That way you're not only cleansing, but you're toning and strengthening the thyroid as well. So that's what you need. That's what you need. So go on there, get the thyroid, parathyroid tincture. Most definitely get my atomic strengthener, and you can get my calcium triphosphate. You can get my calcium triphosphate as well. These are very good for you. The calcium triphosphate. These are very good for you as well. And that's going to build up that connective tissue. And not only will it build up your connective tissue and it's going to strengthen your uterus, but that will also strengthen your calcium bone matrix. It'll make your bones more stronger, your teeth more stronger, your fingernails more stronger, because it got all types of biotin, vitamin E, cobalt derivatives like B12 and all of that inside of it. So, man, it's going to be real good for your body, sister. Very good for your body. And then she said, do you recommend teas as well? Of course, my 3 bitters. My 3 bitters is full of all of this. My 3 bitters is full of all of these things. I like showing off my bitters. We got herbs on. Let me blow them off. These my babies right here. These my 3 of my children. You know, I got a whole football team. But yeah, 3 bitters. These are my babies. Greatest creation I ever did. But yes, these are my babies. 3 bitters is full of all them things I mentioned. If you want to really knock your socks off, buy them all. You know, it all depends on your balance and your financial. So most definitely, if y'all got that so far, y'all make sure y'all type in some 9s, and I need to do a quiz real quick. What is in control of the connective tissue of the body? Give me the glands. What is in control of the connective tissue of the body? Somebody give me the gland. Give me the gland. I'm gonna wait. The instructions on the 3 bitters is on the website. It's a whole video on YouTube showing y'all how to do it. There you go, Melissa. Melissa Wainsley answered it correctly. The thyroid. There you go, Cherie Jackson. There you go, Kathleen. Yeah, all of y'all. Yes, Antonio, my brother. Yeah, M. Dinah, Adira. Come on, y'all. We learn. Ain't we learning? That's what we're here for. We're here to learn. We're here to learn. If you're an herbalist and you're not passing the torch, you're an herbalist, and you're not teaching people how to heal themselves, and you're trying to keep all the information to yourself, shame on you, and you're a no healer at all. You're a narcissistic bastard, to be honest with you. If you ain't teaching, how you saying you a healer and you ain't teaching people how to heal themselves? All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, them bitters. Leah Green said those bitters. Them bitters something else, ain't they? Them bitters ain't. Look, them bitters ain't no joke, but they healing the world, y'all. They are healing the world. I mean, we sell so many. We run through them bitters, y'all. We run through them. I remember when we first launched them deals. We sold like 30,000 bitters in what was that, like 2 months? Look, it was ridiculous. We sold like 30,000 bitters in 2 months. Hallelujah. All praise. All right, here go the next question. The next question says, my bad, I'm currently having like this muscle twitching. So we got a person to have muscle twitching, and it happens anywhere on my body. I am wondering if it is a vitamin deficiency, or have you heard of anything like this? Also, what will be your suggestion? So if we're going to be dealing with muscle twitching, what actually is in control of moving your muscles? All right, let me give y'all some keys to the kingdom real quick. All right. So you have this. The blood actually feeds the body. The blood is your kitchen of the cells, right? The blood feeds the cells of the body, right? The lymphatic system cleanses the cells of the body, right? The nerve system communicates and moves the cells of the body. So if you got cells moving and twitching, that is a nerve problem. You see that? That means you have a cortisol problem. You are truly dealing with your adrenal glands. So you have to go back to the adrenal glands. You most definitely need to strengthen your adrenal glands and your kidneys, because your autonomic nervous system is running jacked up right now. It's moving and doing things that's not being commanded by the gut, the heart, or the brain. It's just doing what it want to do. And the reason why is because your adrenal glands is down and it's not utilizing its electrolytes properly. Now, if it's not utilizing its electrolytes properly, then you know it ain't utilizing its melanin neurotransmitters properly, which is produced by the adrenal glands. And that's what's causing your twitching and your muscles reaction. Nothing move anything in your body without a melanin electrical receptor transmitter. Without that transmitter, there is no motion. That's why when the nervous system dies, guess who else died? You die. Guess what connects your spiritual body and your etherical body to your physical body? The nervous system. You see that? So when the nervous system powered down, that means your angelical body then went into another body. It went somewhere else. It ain't in this realm no more. So we have to be very careful with that. So you need literally brain and nervous system foods. Now, Kawhi, first quiz. Yeah, I'm quizzing her today. I'm going to quiz on y'all next. First quiz. Give me some fruits that are very, very good for the nervous system and the brain.
Okay, so you would need berries.
Yep, there you go, berries. So your main fruit is going to be the berry family. Even if we're going to go into the herbs, y'all. Even if we're going to go into this herb, even if we're going to do palato berries, we're going to do Scandinavian berries, we're going to do goji berries, go-to berries, any of these berries. Yeah.
Vitex berries.
Hartshorn's berries. What you say?
Vitex berries.
Which is chase berries. All these berries are going to be very, very good for the nervous system and the brains. Now, we cannot forget about the leaf, though. Lily of the Valley is a very, very, very good herb. When we can't forget about the roots either. Valerian root, a very good herb for the nervous system and for the brain. We can't forget about the shoots or for the stems. Rosemary. Rosemary is very, very, very good for the brain. Greater bugleweed is very good for the brain and nervous system. Guess what? Mix all that shit together and you have a brain concoction, a nervous system concoction. So these are the things that you're going to need. Now, as far as your fruits, you're going to need all the berry family too. Blueberries, blackberries. Make sure you be limited on the blueberries because they tend to be acidic once the body eliminates. So you don't want that to literally, remember the body is literally alkaline by creation, but it's acidic by function. So you don't want that acidic, like if you eat them berries, the metabolic process in other berries turn very acidic. Same thing and like pineapple go down acidic, but the metabolic process is very, very alkaline. A lemon goes down acidic, but the functioning process of the metabolic food when it's breaking down is very alkaline. You see that? And we have to understand that too. A lot of y'all got alkaline and acids all screwed up. Y'all just been listening to YouTube and just listening to the people talk about what's alkaline, what's acid, and haven't been to the labs to see what's going on. And everything you think that's alkaline, that's tested while it's going down. What about when it leaves its ash? That's what's going to tell you whether it's alkaline or acid or not. I'm not going to worry about it being in my mouth because I have so many different salivary glands that's going to spit out alkaline enzymes that's going to try to alkaline it anyway. That's the whole point of the esophagus and of the glands and of the amylase being produced and all these coenzymes and cobalt derivatives being in your mouth to alkaline the food before it gets to the stomach anyways. You see that? We can't tell you if it's alkaline or not until the stomach have broken it down and it get assimilated and it get metabolically processed through the blood. Then we check your blood and we can tell you if that alkalinity changed to acid or not. Because the blood is going to change from the acidic ash that it left behind. That's real pH testing. It's not what we've been taught. What we've been taught is lies. Because too much garbanzo beans is not a good thing. Garbanzo beans in nature, if you eat too many of them, will leave a acid ash inside your body. But when you test it without it going in your body, it says it's alkaline. We have to talk about that. Another thing, quinoa. You got to slow down on the quinoa because that will leave acidic ash as well. But we say lemons is not real and lemons or very acidic, but we see when you test it, the acidic C will go up, but when it breaks down into the blood, guess what it does? It alkalines the blood. So how can we call this lemon with seeds a hybrid, or how can we call it acidic when it alkalines the blood and it leaves behind a calcium phosphate ash and potassium ash? That means that it is alkaline and it's not acidic. So we truly just have to relearn a lot of things, family. We do. So what you are dealing with, though, you're most definitely dealing with adrenal glands, nervous system problems. We just gave you that. Go on an all-berry diet. If you can, you put some greens in there too. Kale greens, make sure that you're washing them. Soak them in food grade, 50% food grade peroxide and 50% distilled water. You're going to soak them in there for about 5 minutes, clean them up real good, let them dry, stick them kales in a juicer, add some pineapples to them, juice and drink that kale. And what you're going to do is eat those berries. If you can juice the berries, juice them as well. Do that for like 30 days and take them herbs that I just suggested. You can get my brain, nerve, and adrenal. Most definitely get my intercellular cleanse tincture and capsules to cleanse your kidneys and to get your adrenal glands back online. You will look up and you will not have none of these twitching problems no more, family. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. All right, family. Y'all got that? Type in some 9s, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. Tavine, yeah, baking soda is very alkaline, but baking soda is a beta carbonate. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be real careful with the beta carbonate because the beta carbonate is what your pancreas and your liver produces to help alkaline and break down the food, and it helps assimilate with hydrochloric acid inside the stomach. So if you take too much baking soda, the pancreas is going to feel like it don't have to produce it anymore, and it ain't going to produce it no more. And that's how your pancreas shut down. So be very careful taking and ingesting baking soda. All right. Yes, chemo kill you. Chemo done killed a lot of people. Chemo done killed a lot of people. All right, on to the next question, family. On to the next question. All right, the next question, it says, please contact me ASAP if possible. I need to know what to start my 6-year-old son on. He's not doing well and have all fevers. He's not eating, he's weak. His hair is falling out. He's crying from the pain. The ultrasound shows a alarming mass on his thyroid. So now we know why his hair is falling out, because the thyroid produces two hormones, T3 and T4. T3 and T4 is your utilization of biotin, is your utilization of vitamin E and of tyrosine amino acid. These T3 and T4 hormones is literally what keeps your hair stuck inside of the pores and roots to your skull. So once you start missing these very, very essential hormones, the hair get brittle at the root and literally start falling out. And that's why chemotherapy literally make your hair leave, because it burns out the hormones and minerals that's sticking inside the pores and the melanin receptors of your skull. So the moment that the chemotherapy burns out these hormones, they come bald. That's the same thing that's happening with this 6-year-old thyroid. The thyroid have developed a mass on it, and it's not allowing the thyroid to utilize these hormones in these electrolytes that we call minerals, or vital minerals, where you get the word vitamin from. Vital minerals. These are essential minerals, trace minerals that the body need that get converted with hormones by way of the nervous system. So that's why the hair falling out, because he have a mass on his thyroid. They are sending me to the cancer specialist. The scripture says that the Most High wouldn't put more on me than I can bear. So I have to believe that he knows that I can handle this, because I am still in a lot of pain with my liver myself and trying to deal with my lungs now to hear this news. I will try to get you more pics. He is not letting me, because I'm raising funds to come out there to the healing center. Okay, let's get you out here. They want to bring him to a cancer doctor tomorrow. His voice is changing and his hair is falling out without treatment. I don't understand. I just found out about this on the Sabbath, and the fever have been lasting for 9 to 10 days. Long as that fever is not raising over 105, he cool. Because remember what the fever is doing. The fever is coming upon him to increase circulation and hydration through the body, where he can get phytonutrients to all the cells he needs. So let the fever run its course. Don't give him a fever suppressor or none of that, because the body is trying to heal itself. Remember, the body is manifesting these symptoms that they ignorantly call diseases, but these are healing symptoms of the body trying to detox and purge itself and to eliminate all of this metabolic waste from its body, from the body can heal itself. Well, what will be the metabolic waste in this particular situation? The mass that is growing on the thyroid. Whenever you have mass growing, guess what plays a major role? What grows things in the body? All right. If y'all been listening to my teaching, I want to do a quick quiz. Give me a hormone that grows things in the body. All right. And give me amino acid that grows things in the body. If they can't get it, Kawhi, help them out. I need a hormone that grows things in the body and an amino acid that grows things in the body, because that's what this 6-year-old boy is dealing with. He's dealing with all right, there we go. Tamika Holmes hit it right on the nose. Estrogen. There you go, Zoe Davis. Estrogen. Come on with it, y'all. There you go, y'all daughter. Estrogen. RJ314 estrogen. All right. There you go, Uriah. Arginine. So now we know what we're dealing with. We're dealing with arginine, and we're dealing with estrogen dominancy in the body, right? So we have to get rid of the estrogen and arginine. What's the best way to get rid of that? We have to take these things out of our diet. Make sure that we're only eating fresh grown, organically grown, free of insecticides, free of pesticides, free of insecticides, free of molesticide. Man, look, it's so many sides. You can just make up a name, and that's what they're spraying on our food. So organically grown, farmer market food, where they're not spraying all these things on your food, and it's free of soy. If you truly want to get away from soy, guess what you need to get on? A raw diet. Nothing cooked. Nothing cooked. If you truly want to avoid estrogen. Other than that, it's going to be on everything. And then when you get your organically grown food, you still got to make sure you wash that properly too. And remember what I said, 50% food grade peroxide and 50% distilled water. And soak them just for at least 5 minutes, no longer than that, because you don't want to pull out all the phytonutrients, because then you got to drink the water to get the nutrients. And you rub on there, and y'all get y'all some fruit brushes. There's a such thing as fruit and vegetable brushes where you can straight brush your fruits and stuff to get all that stuff out of there. And what he's going to need, we most definitely need to give him iodine. He need to be on sea moss and bladderwrack. Look, I ain't gonna lie, this little joker is gonna need an amino acid therapeutic package because we got to break up that mass. We got to estrange that mass. If you don't have enough to get the amino acid therapeutic package for this young brother, most definitely start him off on the 3 bitters. That way we can start that astringent process. Get all that astringent going on. I wouldn't detox him too fast because we don't know whether it's cancerous or not. And you don't want all the malignant cells to start breaking up in his body and stuff like that. So yeah, start him off on the 3 bitters. If you cannot get the amino acid therapeutic package level 1, most definitely get you some sea moss and get you some bladderwrack and some dose and some kelp. He gonna need the C to help bring that thyroid back. He's gonna need them astringent properties to break up that agglomeration. You have herbs like poke root and like blood root and like gravel root. These things will go in and will whoop tumors ass and break up all of that assimilated dead cells and mitosis and apoptosis, mutating cells just clunking together. That's what'll pop that off, and he'll get rid of that mass. His thyroid will come back up, and hopefully he won't have to deal with this issue again. But you have to change his diet and make sure that his environment is together. Make sure he's not around cellular towers. Make sure he's not around his damn killing 5G towers. It's causing all of these different immunological responses and kidney failure and respiratory problems that they're lying and saying is damn COVID, which is not. But I talked about that in my last video. I ain't gonna go on a tangent about that anymore. And literally heal his body. Heal his body, check his environment, check his food, check his mind state. All right. And for that pain, get him on some strong CBD. You can do it without the THC. So strong CBD. If you need the CBD, holler at me. And yeah.
I want to remind you of something. There was a sister that mentioned that some years ago that her family, they were living in a place that was next to a toxic.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So yeah, we did talk to her. So yeah. You can talk about it. Speak up, so they can hear you.
So this particular sister, she herself has a lot of health issues, and now they're showing up in her children. And she just recently found out about someone who lived where she lived, and basically all the people that lived in this particular area have all these random degenerative type so-called diseases, which is basically based off of the government or whoever polluting where they were from. So it's not a coincidence that her family is sick and other people that live in her area. So just wanted to mention that.
Y'all see that?
So
basically she around a chemical plant, and I remember talking to her, and she said that another lady daughter ended up with leukemia, right? A baby, like a 2-year-old ended up with leukemia, and all these people that's from this little area she used to live in is all ending up with some type of cancer because they've been polluting the water and stuff over there. So we most definitely have to be very, very aware and conscious of our environment that we're living in. Make sure that you're covering up your outlet plugs. Make sure that you're getting the right type of stones and crystals around to put around electrical currency to make sure you're not getting all this radiation fed to you. Make sure you have these things around you to block all of this radiation that's coming in and keep your vessel clean and literally keep your cells clean, because our cells and our so-called immunological system is breaking down because these things are speeding up way faster than the sound of light. And it's penetrating our cell, and it's penetrating the Golgi apparatus, which is the mucosa membrane that's protecting the cell. And once it gets inside the cell, it damages and it scrambles the DNA. And the DNA is literally the blueprint and the instructions on how your vehicle acts. And the RNA, which is the ribose nucleic acid, is how it acts and manifests out of the DNA. That is a photon copy of the DNA. Once these signals start getting jammed inside of your body because you're an electrical complement, remember that you're electrical. Remember that your pituitary gland produces copper, zinc, and gold. Your pineal gland produces carbon. So now we got gold, we got copper, we got zinc, and we got carbon. Your liver literally grounds your brain. Then you have a coil that goes from your tailbone, your sacral bone, all the way up to the Christ consciousness chakra, or what we're going to call the tree of life, if we want to speak in biblical terms. And then and all of this is electrical coils. So you have electrical coil, literally a copper coil going up that's called the vertebrae or the spinal cord, right? Then your pituitary gland producing gold, copper, and zinc. Then you got carbon or melanin being produced by the pineal gland, and your liver is literally grounding your brain. And then the electricity is being the conductivity is being frequent by the adrenal glands. You are a walking electrical complement. So any other electrical interference is going to mess with your signal. And that's what's happening with these damn towers. And that's why you can't breathe and you think you got COVID, because guess what it controls your breathing? The autonomic nervous system, the adrenal glands. These things are shutting down the kidneys and the adrenals. So now I got COVID symptoms. I can't breathe. I'm coughing. I got fever. I got this. I got that. Ain't no damn virus. It's not a virus. You dealing with warfare by way of biological weapons and by way of EMF weapons. They use it in the military all the time. They've been using sound wave frequencies and radio frequencies to kill niggas for a long time, y'all. And forgive me for saying the word niggas, but they have. Am I lying?
No, not at all.
So now we got this new COVID epidemic. Huh? More people die of the flu than this. But it's an epidemic. You got to wear a mask on the inside of the building, but you can they say you catch it from the air, but you are free to not wear a mask when you're outside. The hell out of here with that bull crap, boy. Hey, man, we got to stop believing all this bullshit. It's all nonsense, and it don't make sense whatsoever. But, yeah. So, yeah, most definitely start him off with the 3 bitters. Most definitely get him some Bladderwrack. The Bladderwrack is anti-radioactive. It'll take out all of the radioactivity that's going on in the thyroid. The Bladderwrack will. If you can, get him on the amino acid therapeutic package level 1. That's what he truly need. But we'll work with you though. So we're gonna get in contact with you. I know you said you was taking him to the doctor, so we need to. She just hit you back. Okay, so you just hit her back. So we're gonna talk to you. We're gonna fix that. All right, we're gonna fix that. And we need to know if it's cancer or not. If y'all understood this particular case so far, type in some 9s. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'm gonna actually try to get through all of these cases today. What time we got? 9:37. I got to 10 o'clock, y'all. We're gonna run through these. I got to 10 o'clock. All right, cool. All right, let's get it. All right, this one says, it says I have a severe case of fibroids. I am 34 years old, who suffers from really bad fibroids. It says there are also so many that were not able to be that also. There are also so many that they were not able to count them. So we got a sister, 34 years old. She has so many fibroids that is so many of them that they can't even count them. My uterus looked like a grapevine, full of grapes. So her uterus is just full of cysts. I'm gonna show you exactly where that's coming from. I have a 9-year-old and a 1-year-old, and I had 1 miscarriage. My husband and I would like to have another baby, but when I had my pelvic exam earlier by the MP, they said that there were so many that she could not feel them. That she could feel them. I can also feel them just by touching my lower abdomen. What do I do? So we see that we're dealing with a glomulation, and we're dealing with polys, and we're dealing with cysts. Polycysts just mean many cysts, or what they're going to call fibroids or tumors. There's no difference between a boil, a cyst, a tumor, a malignant cyst, whether it's atypical and all this other bull crap. If it's tissues and that is glomulations and that's mixing on top of each other, we just going to automatically say it's cancer, because it's cells going through a mutation, cells that's hitting on itself. Now, of course, a pathology going to check it under a microscope, and if he see any pathological entities, he deem it as cancer. But cancer is not technically a pathological entity. We see parasites moving throughout the blood barrier and eating all the hemoglobin and eating the iron out, but the parasites are here to try to help get rid of the cancer. All right, let's get that straight. So what we're really seeing is what causes cancer is when the cells start to mass produce and to think for itself. It literally break away from the central nervous system and from the adrenal glands and do what the hell it want to do. That's what you truly call cancer. And all it is a glomulation of cells, malignant, dirty waste cells that need to be put out the body by way of the lymphatic system and by way of the kidneys. But your lymphatic system is so stagnant that it don't have a pathway of elimination. And that's what's going on. Her elimination pathway, if she have this many cysts and tumors on her uterine wall and in her cervix, that means her lymphatic system is shut down. So the first thing we need to do is get that lymphatic system up and moving. I most definitely will recommend an amino acid therapeutic package level 3 for you. What we're dealing with, we're literally dealing with something called the corpus luteum. Each month, a woman develop a cyst or a tumor on both of her ovaries called the corpus luteum. Look it up. CORPUSLUTEUM. Somebody write that down and put that in the chat. All right, corpus luteum. This corpus luteum is a cyst that develop each month when the woman goes in ovulation. So if conception doesn't happen within this crystal form. So if a woman does not get pregnant during her ovulation period, a crystal form, this crystal or this cyst that forms is called the corpus luteum. It literally starts to break itself down within 10 to 11 days. If it don't break itself down, guess what? It starts to grow because estrogen and arginine is predominant inside of the cyst. Now, if the progesterone starts getting bigger and bigger, then we see it break free. But you're dealing with an estrogen problem, and the reason why you're dealing with an estrogen problem is because of the food you eat. Let me see it.
I was trying to look for it. I didn't see it.
You see that? See the fallopian tubes and the fingers? See the ovaries? Let's move it close. So these stones will start literally producing themselves right in here, right? Now, once the egg literally get fertilized, what happened is the fallopian tube fingers swish these eggs up, or will flish this little tumor or cyst up called the corpus luteum, right? And then it takes it inside because remember, it's been fertilized. Then it's going to sit inside of the cervix and the cervic wall inside the uterine, and then that's where the baby starts to grow and develop it. But if conception don't happen, that egg is going to have to be full of progesterone, and the progesterone is going to release. Once the progesterone release and it breaks down this cyst, this polyp cyst, that's when estrogen goes, and then blood starts to flow because the cervix lining of the uterine wall literally starts to shed, and then you're shedding these tumors each month. Well, if estrogen stays high and progesterone don't come in because you have too much estrogen and arginine inside of your system from the foods you eating and from high stress and from your glandular highway not working properly, guess what's going to happen? Estrogen is going to keep feeding that same cyst, and it's going to get bigger, bigger, and bigger. Then blood starts to feed it. Then it breaks off and start growing more. So then you have literally ovaries full of cysts, and then you have a fallopian tube full of these cysts, and it start looking like this. They everywhere. You just have these things all inside of your vagina canal. That's all it is. So the first thing you have to do is truly change your diet, because you automatically develop this cyst every single month. It's a natural occurrence. The thing is, your body must work properly if you have the proper hormonal balance, and this cyst breaks down within 10 to 14 days. If it don't break down in 10 to 14 days, then you in trouble, because that means it's going to start growing. Well, when cells start to grow, it demands more blood supply. So now blood is starting to feed this cell. And when blood's starting to feed it, guess what? The life is in the blood. The shit's going to grow. Then when it grows, now you have cellular mutation. A cell will pop off, a shed from a cell, and then it'll start growing somewhere else. Now you look down, you have a whole uterus full of cysts or full of fibroids or full of tumors. It's all the same thing. But if you get rid of estrogen, you get rid of arginine. I ain't gonna say completely get rid of arginine because you die. But if you lower your arginine intake and increase your L-lysine amino acid intake, and you start eating these natural foods, and you go on a grape fast, and not only a grape fast, but a grape juice fast, and you get on my amino acid, the herbal amino acid therapeutic package level 3, which is what you're gonna need, you will look up a few months, and I mean, these tumors will just be disappearing. You go back and they were like, it's so many tumors gone. I don't even know what did you do? It was a miracle. That's how I usually work with us. But that's what you need. That's what you need, y'all. All right, if y'all understood that so far, make sure y'all type in some 9s. We're gonna keep it pushing. And thank you. Who put that in there first? Thank you, Antonio Perez. Corpus luteum. All of y'all put. Thank you, Kia Marie. Corpus luteum. Look that stuff up, y'all. I'm not lying. Years and years of study. It's just here. I know where it's at. That's all. But look this stuff up. A woman automatically produces a so-called fibroid or a cyst or a tumor every month on both ends of her ovaries, every single month. If the body is healthy and her hormones and her endocrine system, or her what I'm going to call her vortex system, is in check, then this thing will break down within 10 to 14 days. If it don't, then it grows. Then each month is going to produce another one. Each month is going to produce another one. You look up 4 years later, you have 100 damn tumors inside of your reproductive organ. That's how it happens. So we have to check the hormones, and we have to quit eating the synthetic hormones that they put in our food. Estrogen is in everything now. We have to watch what we eat. The best way is to go all raw, no cooked foods, get juice, organic seeded fruits, take my herbs. You will look back up and you won't have none of these things going on. All right, y'all. Cool. Let me get some nines. If y'all understood that, give me some nines, and then look, we'll keep going. All right, they're giving me nines. We all good. All right. Let me cross this one out. I'm gonna do one more, and I'll just do these ones next week. I'm gonna do one more. I gotta go. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. All right, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do the other ones next week because I do got to get up out of here. I got a flight to catch early in the morning. Make sure y'all liking and sharing this video. If y'all understanding everything I'm saying, if y'all learning, if y'all taking my methods, my methodology way of healing, which we have created ourselves. And it's healing the whole world right now. And if I have a lot of students out here, I have a lot of people learning my ways and copying them and adapting them and mixing their own things in there, and they're getting a lot of results. If you're getting something from these videos, first thing you do is you like the video. Second thing you do is you subscribe. The third thing you do, you share it around the world for we can heal our people. Why are we hiding this information? All right, I don't mind being an underdog in healing, but we should be sharing this knowledge and information. Share, like, family. Support. All right, last question, y'all. It says, Shalom, my brother. My name is such and such. I am 28. I am a 28-year-old Puerto Rican man, and I want to ask you some questions about my bowel movement. See, I love to talk about bowel movements. This one of my expertise. All right, it says, they have been horrible since I could remember. I was a young child, maybe around 5 and 6, and I couldn't use the bathroom for almost a month straight. So if this is what's going on with your bowels, and you're only 5 and 6 years old, where did you get your intestinal tract from? Where did you get your genetics from? Who passed these genetics down to you? Because these genetics became cells. These cells became your tissues. Your tissues became your systems. Your systems basically are made up of organs and glands. And these systems make a human being. Where did you get these cells from? Because you didn't choose this on yourself. This came from your mother and your father. So what we see is genetic weakness being passed down already, y'all. We see cellular memory and genetic weaknesses being passed down through the ancestors. That's what we see. And that's why we promote so much. Before you want to get pregnant, make sure you're healthy. Do a detox. Make sure you cleanse that womb. Make sure you get this new line. My wife, Ani, I got a new line called Ani Nature Reproductive Line. It's the feminine line. And then my wife, Kawhi, she got a dope oil line coming out. We just trying to come up with the name. You came up with it yet? But she got some dope oils coming out. I mean, it's gonna kick everybody butt and take names. But make sure that you get on certain herbs. It's gonna clean you. Make sure that you're gonna clean up and get your testosterone levels right. Make sure you cleaning out your penis. Make sure all that mucus and them acids gone. Make sure that y'all are dushing and getting all that stuff out of y'all vaginas, and make sure y'all blood is clean and y'all lymphatic systems is moving. Because guess what? Y'all laying down and playing God and making these babies, and your weak deterioration genetic cells is what's creating the baby. Weak sperm is creating baby. Weak eggs is formulating and growing these babies. A weak uterine wall is carrying these babies. Then y'all eating all this bullshit while these babies are in y'all, and then the baby come out jacked up, sick, with no hope already, because of all of the genetic weakness that's been inside of his penis and has been inside of your ovaries have done created this baby. Sick people make sick children, y'all. We have to think simple here. And this is what's going on. So we see that he's having bowel issues and intestinal tract issues at 5 or 6. That's not his fault. He got that from his ancestors. It says, and I couldn't use the bathroom for almost a month straight. I only passed urine through the whole time. I'm glad you was passing urine, because if you didn't, you probably would have died, brother. Straight up. And what your urine is what gets rid of all your metabolic waste. What get rid of all your dead deteriorating cells and pneumonia, uric acid, lactic acid. Your urine is what passes. That's why urine smells like that, because it's full of metabolic acid and waste. Because remember, the body was created in alkalinity, but the body function in acidity. See that? So all that metabolic byproduct you got to get rid of. Guess what? Get rid of that. The kidneys, the bladder, through the urethra, through the penis, or through the vagina, and you pee it out. So that's a good thing. I'm glad you did pee. I'm glad you was peeing, brother. For real. It says, I mentioned it to my mother, and at the time she took me to the hospital and they did some surgery to unblock. I am guessing. I was too little to understand what was going on. So after I was good, but sometime I would go all day or 2 days without using the restroom. Thought it was normal until hearing you teach. Yeah, that ain't normal at all. You're supposed to be going at least 3 to 5 times a day. That's why I'm about a 5 to 7 timer a day. I'll be on the toilet. I love the toilet. Hey, because I know I'm eliminating. I love urinating because I know I'm eliminating metabolic waste. Remember, the key is to eat and drink to what? Eliminate. If you're not eating and drinking to eliminate, that's what causes sickness and manifestations that we gonna call disease. There's no such thing as disease. All disease is the body creating symptoms of manifestation of eliminating pathways. When the body trying to get rid of something, you're going to get headaches. You're going to get flu-like symptoms. You're going to get mucosa responses. You're going to get headaches. You're going to get fevers. You're going to get inflammation. Things are going to ache. Things are going to burn because shit is trying to leave your body. You run to the doctors. They call your body healing itself a disease, give you medicines, and the side effects kill you. It wasn't a disease. It wasn't a disease at all. Your body was looking for a fontanelle. What is a fontanelle? It is an alternative route of elimination. That's all it is. That's it. They call your fontanelles diseases. No, it's your body being smart and intelligent enough to know that, hey, I got shit in my body that's trying to kill me. It needs to leave my body. That's it. But we make it so hard, family. We make it so hard. Make it so hard. All right, it says, oh yeah, let me get back to my brother. It says, unblock, I'm guessing. I was too little to understand what was going on. So after that, for a good time, I always go about 2 times a day using the restroom until I heard your teachings. All praises for the connection. All praises, brother. All praises. First track to now. Fast track to now. In some days, I use the bathroom 1 or 2 times. That's good. That's a very good thing than using it just 2 times a week. So you're doing good. You're getting better. Since I've been on all fruit. So he on an all fruit diet. That's what I'm talking about, brother. I mean, you've been listening to the teachings. I might even skip a day, but that only happened twice. The stool is always floating no matter what size. If your stool is always floating, what do I teach y'all? You got parasites, brother. You got parasitical infections. Your stools are not supposed to float. And that means your stools are lacking minerals too. Minerals, and real good metabolic waste is going to have that stool hit the bottom. When that stool floating is missing electrolytes, right? And most likely you got some floaters in there, which we're going to call parasitics. It says in shapes and size. I believe I passed some things through because I've never seen anything like what I seen when I used the restroom. That mean them fruits are astringent. Them fruits are working, brother. Is he on herbs too? Mm-hmm. He bought a package from us. See, that means our herbs and them fruits are working, brother. I urinate more than I ever have. And when I have to go, there is no more holding it in. Yeah, see, that means no herb. See, look, so we gave you diuretics, I'm guessing. You must have some diuretics. See, our diuretics going to have you going, which is our dandelion root, our dandelion leaf, the barbs family, the burdock root, the burdock leaf, the stinky nettle root, the stinky nettle leaf, the yellow dock root. The yellow dock leaf is poisonous. Y'all better not ever drink that. But see, you on the barbs family. That's the barbers family when you get into the names of botany and stuff like that. That is them real diuretics. That's gonna have you pissing all types of metabolic waste out of your body. So I'm super happy for you, bro. I'm straight super happy for you. It says I have been on all fruits for well over a month now. Super proud of you, man. Straight up, I'm proud of you. I noticed I was not doing so many things right. So I had to make adjustments along the way. But it's been about 4 weeks on all fruits, seeded. That's what I'm talking about, organic seeded fruits. And from your recommended list. See that? See that? My fruit list got you going though, and my herbs got you going. All praises. Baruch Hashem Yahweh. Hallelujah. It says, I have only had alkaline meals maybe once or twice a week. That's good. I'm proud of him. I'm happy one like it's me. I do take sea moss and bladderwrack. I drink sarsaparilla and soursop tea occasionally. So my question would be, why did that happen to me at that age? Well, I told you that you had genetic weakness passed down to you, brother. But you look, you breaking generational curses right now. So your children won't have this because you're cleaning yourself up. You getting ready to pass down the torch and pass down some good semen. So that's real good. Just make sure if you got a wife, make sure her body good. And if you're looking for a wife, make sure you find something that's pure. That way y'all genetics can be good and y'all can give, your stock could be lively. Your stock could be precious. It'll be worth something. You see what I'm saying? Have only alkaline meals, maybe once or twice a week. I do take sea moss, bladderwrack, drink sarsaparilla, and sea moss tea occasionally. So my question is, why did that happen to me at that age? What can I do to help my digestion? All the waste that's blocking me. You on the right track now. What you need is my 3 bitters. Well, but here you go. Keep reading. I ordered the 3 bitters and the parasite elimination tincture. You on track, brother. You already know what you're doing, man. You on track. You on track, brother. Along with some elderberry and sea moss. A matter of fact, I do remember your name. You bought a big pack from us. So yeah, the herbs working, brother. You on the right track, bro. You on the right track. If there is anything you would add, I would love to know, my brother. I have lost weight, of course, and I'm curious to know how to gain weight. You want to gain weight? Look, I will send you some alpha tea, brother. Get in contact with me. We'll send you some alpha tea. That's what you need, and I can send you some calcium triphosphate. All right, so make sure you get in contact with us. It says, also my wife has been going through the same journey now. She is a 28-year-old Mexican woman, about 5'3" and 170 pounds. 5'3" and 170. Now, if she's 5'3", what deals with the height of the body? Somebody, if y'all been listening to my teachings, what gland of the body deals with your height? And what gland of the body deals with your weight? Let's see. Holla at me. What gland of the body deal with your height? What gland of the body deal with your weight? Let's see who got it. Let's see who got it. Who got it on here? There you go. Adia Williamson. That's what I'm talking about, Queen. The pituitary gland is what deals with your height, and the thyroid gland is what deals with your metabolic process, which is your weight. Hey, she on it. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Adia Williamson, that's what I'm talking about. Straight weight. Shouts out to Straightway. Shouts out to Pastor Dow, Elder Rufus, Pastor Corey, all of them. Shout out to my brothers. I love them indeed and true. Shouts out to them. Hey, all right, I see y'all loaded. Hey, Adia Williamson, she hit it on the nose, though, right off back. Super proud of you, sister. That's what I'm talking about. So we ought to understand we're going to have to go after her thyroid and go after her pituitary gland, because the pituitary is what's going to deal with her height and the stretching and the strengthening of her calcium matrix, or what they call the bones. And we know that the thyroid deals with the metabolic processing of the cells, along with calcium and potassium monophosphate. That deals with the cell, the water and salt balance inside of each individual cell in the body. And it's going to give you your weight or give you your skinny looking appearance, or that's going to give you your bulky looking appearance. So y'all on point. Y'all are on point. Y'all are learning. So can you get taller? No, daughter of Zion. I try. Look, I'm 5'6". I'm short. If you can get taller, I done clone myself a million different ways. I would have been grew. I'm short. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'6". I'm a short guy. So if you could jumpstart the pituitary like that, in a sense, of course, I would have been shot up in my weight. Now, have I cloned my pituitary? Of course. But can I get it? Can I get it because we have to understand, you have pituitary enzymes. It's called simultastatin, which is produced by the islets of Langerhans inside the pancreas. So you have alpha cells, which produce glycogen. That's what raises the sugar. You have beta cells that produces insulin. That's a salt. That's what brings the sugar down. But then you have something called the delta cells. Inside the delta cells of the islands of Langerhans in the pancreas, you produces an enzyme and a chemical hormone called simultastatin. If you look up inside of simultastatin, guess what's in there? A pituitary hormone that's for your growth. So you grow by your pancreas. That's connected to the pituitary gland and the thyroid gland. And that's why people with pancreas problems have stunted growth too. And I think that's what stunted my growth, not my pituitary, but my pancreas. Because I was dealing with high blood pressure and everything. I had high blood pressure, diabetes, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Healed myself, of course, but yeah. Hey, man, that's what's up, man. I'm proud of this, brother. It says she is doing a tea detox from another company for like 3 or 4 weeks. Then she will start on the one with me. Before she start our herbs. Now, what we recommend?
You at least need about a 30-day break from someone else's herb, just because we don't know how their herbs are made, where they come from, and if you mix our herbs, which we make those to the strongest, potency that we can make that's safe. You mix what we have with somebody else, you can put yourself in a very serious healing crisis to the point where you may have to be hospitalized. So,
yeah, strange life. I already did that. I did so many videos about herpes. So many. Just go back through and rewatch them. All right. It says she have been having outbreaks on her butt area, thighs. We need to get some blood work from her. Most definitely get her IgG and send them over to us. And the new website, you will have a portal. We're gonna sign you up for a portal too, for you can actually correspond back and forth through there. Along with external hemorrhoids and lack of energy, adrenals all day. Adrenals is what deal with that. She gonna need an amino acid therapeutic package. I can tell you right now, even if she have been testing negative from herpes, being on them teas, and now you got her on our herbs, and she's starting to have outbreaks. Even if she tested negative, that don't mean that she don't have it, and that's probably what it is. You're probably seeing these parasites coming out. These parasites coming out, agitating some things. So that's all it is. We just got to get her on the amino acid therapeutic package. But I'm proud of you, brother. I mean, you rocking and hey, you moving and grooving, bro, for real. Man, that's deep. She was okay. Things, body pushing these things out. That's all it is. He said it. He said, is it the body pushing these things out? That's exactly what's happening. We also have a 9-year-old going on 10 months, a 9-month-old going on 10 months. He was breastfed for 6 months. And then we switched him to hemp seed and organic oats. Take off the oats, ginger, turmeric, cinnamon, burro bananas, and sea moss formula. That's what I'm talking about, boy. All right, man. He been listening. He's straight creating it. Yeah, we got our mother's milk is always ready, almost ready. But you created your own mother milk, bro. I'm proud of you, man. That's what I'm talking about. He's been on all fruits only, like my baby, and have had sweet potatoes, carrots. Take the carrots out. Take the carrots out, brother. The carrots are bad for the eyes. Huh?
Keep reading.
It says, but no longer have the carrots. Oh, okay. Look, hey, what you write me for, man? You got this and go with it, man. You listening and you straight applying the information, brother. I'm proud of you, man. I want to hug the brother. It says carrots, but no longer have the carrots. Been about 6 weeks since I took him off them. Man, I'm proud of you, boy. What would you recommend as far as his food? Keep him on the fruits. Now start adding little things in there. Most definitely keep him on the sweet potatoes. Every now and then, just let him eat and devour about two avocados. Don't feed him too much avocados, because the avocados do have arginine in them. And if we see if your wife is popping canker sores, most likely that same Fasciolopsis buski parasite is in him as well. And it's probably just died down right now. But if you give him a mucosal response, he might start popping them too. So man, I mean, you doing good. You on all fruits, sweet potatoes. Make sure you add some quinoa in there. Give him a quinoa bowl like once a week. Give him like 2 avocados once a week. You done took out the carrots, and look, leave them on that. If you look inside of nature, you see what the gorillas eat. They eat mono fruits. They're on mono diets. They don't eat a lot of things. A gorilla will stick to bananas for a month, and then stick to berries for 2 weeks, and then go back on bananas for another month. Then eat bamboo shoots for 2 months, and that's all they eat. So his diet don't have to consist of many different materials. So you doing good. Keep him where he at. Keep him where he at, and just watch and monitor his weight, and make sure he's gaining in weight and not declining. All right. So you doing good, and just make sure you give him good sources of vitamin D from a cobalt derivative. And that's going to be in your apples, mainly your bitter, astringent green apples, your mangoes, your papaya, especially from the seeds of the papaya. Start giving him things like that just to keep his coenzymes up. But man, other than that, man, hey, you rocking, boy. It says, what do you recommend? I read that part. It says, how about herbal teas for him? Yes, give him herbal teas. He most definitely can have herbal teas. Also, what are some good herbs to drink on a daily basis? Sarsaparilla. I drink sarsaparilla damn near every day. What else? What else I drink a lot?
Every day?
Yeah, every day. Sarsaparilla. Man, that's why, I mean, for real, I drink a lot of sarsaparilla.
Favorite one, lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass are very good. Lemon balm, we drink lemon balm a lot.
Elderberry a lot.
Elderberry, we drink a lot with guac. Well, we mix our elderberry with the guaco stem, and those some good ones right there. Start off like that, and keep them on a diuretic. Every now and then, throw some chaparral and some stingy nettle in there, just to keep them on a diuretic to keep them kidneys flushing. But man, bro, you doing so amazing, bro. Like, I'm straight proud of you, brother. I really am. I know that this was a lot. I apologize, my brother, but I had to pick at a blessed mind. Thank you, brother. So this came out of me the other day. Curious to know exactly what it should be. So he had something come from his bowels, y'all. Look at that. Look at what came from his bowels, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that six-headed beast. That is called a Ascaria parasite. Look at that. Six-headed beast. Wow. That's an ugly thing, too. Yeah, you passing parasites, brother. And it's a floater. It's a floater. We can't call that fecal matter. It's a floater. Oh, we. Yeah, you passing some hideous monsters, man. Keep sending me pictures. Keep sending me pictures. Keep sending me pictures. They said, damn. Yeah. Hey, he passed some six-headed beast, boy. Hey, look, I bet you feel way better. You can think for yourself now. That's why, man, I'm proud of you, brother. I am proud of you. Yeah, I got a few lessons on dental health, but what I can do is I can just do a whole thing on that. That's gonna be on my website too. So the website, man, is so dope, y'all. So on Thursdays, that'll be on there. I do a whole thing covering up. Yes, that daughter Zion. That's exactly what that is. That's a demon. That's what we call these. That's what the Essenes called them. John the Baptist and Christ Yahushua HaMashiach. They call these things demons. Yeah, that boy, yeah. And they say that boy listening. He showed, hey, how you say your name? Shredra03. Hey, he sure is. He been listening, man, and it's working. He's healing himself, his family, his children. I am very proud of you, brother. Straight up, man. I'm proud of you, man. Keep up the good work. Look, I love y'all indeed in truth. I got to get up out of here. I got to be out of town tomorrow. Yep, the scenes, y'all right. I look. Yeah, and most definitely I got a seminar in Mississippi. We got the date.
It's in Greenville, Mississippi.
We got a seminar in Greenville, Mississippi, y'all. If y'all close in the area, it's the first weekend of February. I'm gonna post the man, it's gonna be a crazy health seminar. Make sure y'all there. Information that ain't never been taught by nobody finna get brought out there. Most definitely I'm gonna post the flyer tonight. Make sure y'all like it and share it. If y'all 2 hours away, still come. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? If y'all 2 hours away, go on, come see me. If you in Mississippi, come see me.
Memphis, Jackson, Tunica, all of that.
All of that. Come see me. It's gonna be the first weekend of February. I will make sure that I share the actual template and flyer for y'all can see that. Get out, come see me, get the tickets. We finna set the building on fire, and I don't mean literally, y'all, but it's gonna be some information that ain't nobody ever heard, because that's what we coming with. Look, we connected to the cosmos, we connected to Yahweh mind himself by way of Christ Yahushua. So we get information, and then all we do after that is validate it through they work. You see that? That's how we get the doctors. We validate the findings through they work. They hate it when you do that. When you heal somebody and then you go back to that same doctor and then they say they clean and they ain't got the disease no more. I love pissing them off like that.
I'm gonna tell them if you can't make it, we also have there's a virtual option where you can tune in via the internet.
And if you can't make it, there will be a virtual option where you can tune in to the internet. So we're gonna have all that figured out. I'm gonna make sure I post a flyer tonight. If I don't post it tonight, I'm gonna post it tomorrow. Make sure y'all share it all around Facebook. And we gonna be booked up all 2021. There's a whole lot of things cracking off. The website is almost done, family. Packages are still shipping out. Forgive us for those that we ain't got back to yet. We have a very, very high call volume and y'all are flooding in because y'all trying to heal y'all bodies. So we hiring more staff and we are expanding and the business is growing. I love y'all indeed in the truth. I most definitely cannot do this without y'all. So I love y'all, all of my healers, all of my students, all the ones who's learning from me and taking this knowledge and becoming their own herbalists and their own healers, man. I salute y'all. Congrats. I support all of y'all. Keep it going, stay original, and keep your conscience and your intentions pure and clean, and you will go far. All right. Shalom, shalom. Love y'all indeed in truth. Peace, peace.